The FOFA Gallery at the heart of Concordia's EV building welcomed and funded two young artists to present a new project entitled The Miller and the Baker. The gallery at Concordia is in its second year of its summer residency program, which invites emerging artists to work in their gallery for the summer.
I'm Jacob Irish, and I'm an artist. I just graduated from NASCAD, so this is my first thing as a certified artist with the stamp
this
of
is
approval.
Your emerging artist residency.
Yeah, this is.
And me,
Yep.
I'm Julie Hall. I work in collaboration with Jacob, and I am also an artist. Sculptural installation is what we typically end up with. I think we're more conceptually based. It doesn't really matter what form our art takes. It's more about the idea, where it begins, and where it needs to go, and we just follow it there.
The idea drives the medium.
Yeah.
It's more about the components coming together to make something larger. I think that's
I think it's about what's the most work too, because we're both very hyperactive people. So if we can explore ideas by biting off more than we can chew and making a massive. It always starts out with something small, and it's like give a mouse a cookie. If you give one idea, then we build on it and build on it and build on it.
I've been making work that's driven, that's character driven, for a very long time. And it started just as drawings, these really sort of hyper-focused, really labor-intensive drawings, and I
expanded into kind of this world of characters.
Yeah.
And then we started to think about how can a world of characters exist, not just through an illustrated novel or some kind of narrative, something that's really direct. So we started thinking about how can you bring characters to life through art specifically.
Yeah.
And this is our first really intensive attempt to do that.
It has a lot of ideas about the difference and relationship between theater and performance art, and what happens when you sort of commingle and hybridize those things.
And who experiences a character in a performance, the audience or the actor. Where's the source of kind of exploring the narrative.
So in this work, it's sort of building on that idea of allowing people to enter into those characters in a really non-committal way.
Art is about realizing imagination, and I think pursuing thought that hasn't existed yet. And then figuring out how to render it in a way that you can understand, that others can understand, and then you've developed a new framework, a new worldview, a new field of thought.
Yeah.
And then that can kind of trickle down into a more everyday thought, and expand our ability to imagine and reconcile and believe. I don't know, Einstein's an artist to me. He was such a creative thinker. He used physics as a way of expressing his creativity and his way of imagining how space, how time, how things can work. I think lots more people are artists than they would maybe call themselves artists.
Yeah.
I think people define art by material, and I think that's incorrect. I think it's more
Totally.
about a thought process.
We think through materials, I guess. It's
Yeah.
just a way of seeing the world, and it's you can't, once you're in it, you can't help but be in it, and then you're in it, and then that's your life.
This is such an amazing gallery.
Yeah.
Such an amazing program. I hope they run it next year too.
Yeah,
It's dependent on funding through Young Canada Works, and we found out about it last year when we applied, and we were almost accepted last year.
Yeah.
But instead, you were accepted this year, which is perfect.
Yeah, applied, got it. It was great. Super thankful, it was just kind of, because we'd never been here. We'd never been here before. It wasn't we had some sort of connection to it or in that way. It was just sort of through the process, I guess.
So working here has been a godsend because Jacob is both paid to be here and receives a material budget, which, on the East Coast, that's fairly unheard of for an unestablished artist to come into a space and be supported in that way.
Yeah, I feel incredibly fortunate to be able to have this experience.
And the community of technicians in this university has been extremely generous, and so
kudos.
Yeah, keep it going.
Yeah.
yeah, it's been a great experience.
It's been great.
Yeah.
This is our research group.
Yeah. This is our artistic research group.
We made one video so far. The thing about this project is it is very large scale, and especially for the time frame, I was very ambitious with the goals of it. So we still have time to finish it, but we haven't finished it, so we don't really know.
But like,
I think it's like
I hope people just want to make art when they see it. I hope they engage with it and enjoy the labor inherent in the work. Because I always want my art to make people want to make art and think that they can.
Yeah.
And I just hope it haunts their dreams.
It's not.
I hope they go home and they're just like, why a minotaur?
Yeah.
What is flower for? You know, what is it? What does it mean to have a job that's endless?
Yeah.
You can visit them and view the finished sculptural performance on Wednesday, the 30th of August.